Charles Simons, retired out as a lieutenant, U.S. Navy. Went through the whole enlisted pay grades before I got to be commissioned. Actually, I came back in the Navy, and I got transferred to the Brooklyn Navy Yard. This was probably the cushiest duty I ever had. At the time, they had 16 millimeter films, the Navy Motion Picture Exchange. And every week they had to buy 3 different flicks. So what I had to do is watch movies. I watched 2 a day, 4.5 days a week. Had to write critiques on it and see if we were gonna buy them or not. So, cushy. And I did that for 2 years. And then I ended up going to the Myles Fox tin can out of Brooklyn Navy Yard and spent 2 more years in Brooklyn. That tin can had nothing compared to the Fox, or the Rush Fox. It was all right, but I didn't make chief on that. Yeah, well, I was the chief in charge of the engine room. Well, actually we didn't have a chief because that at the time was a reserve tin can. So I was the first class in charge of both engine rooms. I was the main machinist mate they had. So it was all right, but it wasn't as good as, but at that time I got out of the Navy and I came back in and I figured I was gonna make a career out of it anyhow, so make the best of what you got. Now, most of it was what they call rough trade. You end up going down to Gitmo for a while and everything else, but the worst thing about it, every weekend you had a bunch of, we used to call them ranks, reserves. You take the ranks out and you had to train them and how to teach them, but they had an attitude because they didn't want to be there. They didn't like haircuts, they didn't like the military discipline, but they were wearing the uniform and I was still spit and polish. You know, if you're gonna be in the military, you either wear the uniform or get the hell out. You know, if you need a haircut, you get a haircut. Your shoes need shine, and you shine them. You know, I was pretty old Navy on that deal.